Hello everyone. It looks like Javale McGee's tenure with the Dallas Mavericks has come to an end. New reports indicate that the Mavericks are releasing Javale McGee to make room for Markieff Morris. But as the focus of McGee's chapter with the Mavericks ends, he is now free to join another team. Here comes the Los Angeles Lakers. Rumors have circulated about the potential for the Lakers to show interest in McGee. Even at age 35, McGee's experience and ability to contribute quickly over short stints could make him a good fit for the Lakers roster. That's essentially what's expected of him. He remains a genuine 7-footer, boasting a wingspan of 7 feet 6 inches. He's not the type to dominate a basketball game for us, but that wasn't his role back in 2020 with the Lakers either. He was more of a situational player, stepping in when needed and fulfilling his designated role. That's all we're asking of him this year. We need someone who can fit into specific moments, fill in wherever necessary, and do his job. Back in 2020, he averaged 16.5 minutes per game for the Lakers. So, realistically, we'd expect him to play around 8 to 10 minutes. Jackson Hayes is likely the primary backup big man, but depending on the lineup choices, there's still a chance for the Lakers to secure Christian Wood. And if that happens, it's not a downside to have both McGee and Wood. Should the Lakers sign Christian Wood, he'd be a better fit as a power forward rather than a center. This setup would see the center position occupied by the likes of Anthony Davis, Jackson Hayes, and Javale McGee. As for the power forward lineup, it'd feature stars like LeBron James, Christian Wood, Rui Hachimura, and others like Torrey. Additionally, with players like Prince, the flexibility in positioning increases. Hence, you have a wide variety of choices to explore. This ensures depth across all positions on the team. The concept of introducing Javale McGee seems rational. I've observed many fans voicing their preference for players like Dwight Howard or DeMarcus Cousins, but it's crucial to remember that many of these players haven't been active in the NBA recently. On the contrary, Javale McGee played 42 games just last year and has maintained a consistent presence on the court over the past few seasons. It boils down to selecting a veteran player for a limited role. McGee comprehends his position on a team and willingly accepts his responsibilities. The requirement is for someone who, when told he's playing only a few minutes, nods in agreement, but if asked to fill a significant role, he's up for the challenge. Players who can gracefully accept varying playtime or even no playtime in some matches, like when the team wishes to experiment with others, are invaluable. The need of the hour is for seasoned players, especially when the available center options are dwindling. Whether McGee is the optimal choice hinges on the Lakers' specific needs, especially if they're seeking an experienced player ready to embrace his role. When considering what's expected of him, McGee seems to fit the bill. Comparatively, someone like Meyers Leonard might offer more in terms of playmaking and shooting, given his youth. But then there's Dwight Howard, who, at 37, is on par with Javale McGee age-wise. He's been out of the NBA for a year, and his last stint with the Lakers wasn't without issues. Then we have DeMarcus Cousins. While his potential is undeniable, his history of injuries is concerning. His recent injury even while playing in Puerto Rico underlines this point. Hassan Whiteside might still be a feasible option. But for reasons unknown, the Lakers seem uninterested. Whiteside's absence from the league isn't due to a lack of talent, but possibly because of his perceived attitude issues and locker room disruptions. Regarding Christian Wood or Bismack Biyombo as potential recruits, the concern with Biyombo is that, despite his impressive wingspan, he isn't a true 7-footer. Standing at 6'8", he's essentially the same height as LeBron James. Consider Rui Hachimura's added length, while Javale McGee has already proven chemistry with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. This makes it easier to team up McGee with Davis if necessary. We've seen this dynamic in action since McGee was once a starting player. The primary advantage is that McGee is a genuine 7-footer. If Bismack Biyombo becomes the only option left, then so be it. However, securing McGee early on eases concerns about filling the center position. If Christian Wood decides to join the Lakers later, he can easily fill the 15th roster spot. Both McGee and Wood would likely sign non-guaranteed deals, providing flexibility for future decisions. Should a more appealing player become available later in the season, the team can make adjustments by releasing McGee if necessary. The key is having McGee as a safety net because if other potential signings, like Meyers Leonard or Biyombo, get snatched up, the team might be left wondering about alternatives. Depending on someone like Colin Castleton, especially in his rookie year, might not be the wisest strategy. I'm genuinely excited about Colin Keston. I've probably praised him more than anyone. However, when push comes to shove, it would be preferable to have a seasoned player on board. Jackson Hayes is still learning and adapting, and while he's showing promise, especially on defense, I'm leaning towards the addition of a seasoned professional. That's why I've consistently advocated for the likes of DeMarcus Cousins, Hassan Whiteside, and JaVale McGee since the offseason began. I favor McGee because he's experienced high-pressure moments, like the Game 7 of the NBA Finals. He's not the type to get anxious or nervous, he's proven himself in these critical games. He knows the drill, having played for elite teams like the Warriors and the Lakers. There's an assurance with McGee that he'll show up in pivotal moments. On the other hand, younger players like Jackson Hayes or Colin Castleton might be overwhelmed by the magnitude of such games. They could become anxious, fearing mistakes. An experienced player knows the intricacies of guarding top-tier players, like Jokic. While stopping such a talent is nearly impossible, having a seasoned player ensures that the challenge is at least understood. While you can't completely shut him down, having someone like JaVale McGee can certainly restrict his effectiveness, ensuring he doesn't rack up huge points. The assurance McGee offers is invaluable. By securing him early on, it eases future roster concerns, especially if someone like Christian Wood decides to join. Filling up the 15 roster spots isn't as big of an issue as some make it out to be. I've heard concerns about the Lakers' budget constraints. But let's be clear, the additions we're talking about would be for veteran minimums. The Lakers have enough financial leeway, they're considerably below the hard cap. They even have some surplus from not utilizing their entire mid-level exception. Securing McGee on a veteran minimum isn't going to strain the Lakers financially. Some fans are hesitant about filling all roster spots due to cap concerns, but the reality is the Lakers have enough buffer space. So, why not ensure stability now? Why not get someone like McGee who understands his role and the rhythm of the NBA season, particularly regarding player availability? Getting a trustworthy veteran in place now is a strategic move, ensuring we're prepared for whatever the season throws our way. As training camps progress and roster gaps become evident, the last thing you want is to find yourself without a reliable center. Imagine watching players like Christian Wood head to Miami or JaVale McGee rejoining the Warriors, while Leonard returns to Milwaukee. This could leave the Lakers with limited choices like Dwight Howard or DeMarcus Cousins. It makes sense to secure a seasoned player now, particularly one familiar with your main stars. JaVale McGee, being part of the 2020 roster, fits that bill. I've heard some suggest that there's no need for retreads or returning players. But it's worth noting the significant impact Dwight Howard had in securing an NBA championship for the Lakers. History shows that retreads can often be beneficial. I don't necessarily need a fresh face like Hassan Whiteside, sometimes it's better to stick with the known than venture into the unknown. Remember, all these free agents are without a team for specific reasons. McGee, at least, was recently employed, his departure from his last team was merely a strategic shift. Would another player offer more potential? Perhaps. But with the main roster already set, new additions are unlikely to play significant minutes. While Myers Leonard may be more skilled overall, would he settle for playing fewer minutes? The time has come, this matter is open to debate. I would love to hear his opinion. Would you agree to hire JaVale McGee once he completes the necessary processes? Or would you rather the Lakers look for someone else in your place? Share your thoughts and insights below. See you later.